Pack your bags as we are off to Paris for the next instalment in the Path to Carcosa cycle, assuming visiting European capitals has not become too traumatic for you. A Phantom of Truth is the third Mythos pack in this series, and provides the fifth scenario, as we get the nod to Gaston Leroux's 1911 novel Le Fantôme de Prayer. There is the regular packaging front and back, and a QR code which may work when FFG gets into the office and flicks the switch on release day. What a whopper of a setup sheet it is, with some nice art, a two-part introduction, and the standalone mode here on the front. And the back page is the do not read instructions, so obviously look away. Page 2, which we're covering up here, is a choose your own adventure book, believe it or not. You will literally read a paragraph, make a decision, and it will tell you to go to a different paragraph. And the entire page is a set of branching decisions based on what you choose now and what's written in your campaign log. Page 3 is your setup instructions, and there are two different setups based on whether you have more doubt or more conviction recorded in your campaign log. So it's great to see that paying off. Obviously don't turn it over because of the do not reads. Let's just crack on with the cards. There are 11 new player cards in this pack. Each class gets 2, plus there is a bonus to Seeker. And we will give you a slideshow at the end of the video. And if you do want to avoid spoilers, card 199 is your last player card. And then it goes to 4 copies of card 227, which is your new weakness. And by the way, there's a new weakness, because it's that time in the campaign. Hurrah! And speaking of that time in the campaign, yes, it's time for our Seeker asset to pay off. But this time it only has 2 different versions, and both of them are 3 XP versions, thus limiting the investigators that can take them. We see upgrades to familiar core box staples, such as the 45 automatic and pickpocketing. Can you tell which is which? And speaking of old favourites, and we also have our next patron, and a card which epitomises the real spirit of a cooperative game. Your guardians can now literally take one for the team. And we also have our first truly double-sided monster. Look, same picture, both sides. Ooh! And obviously no trip to Paris would be complete without a visit to the Eiffel Tower or the Arc de Triomphe. Plus any number of authentic and thematic Parisian locations. This, possibly more than any other scenario, does a wonderful job of placing you at the scene.
It's beginning to look a lot like fishmen everywhere I go. From the minute I got to town and started to look around, I thought these ill-bred people's gill slits showed. I'm beginning to hear a lot of fishmen right outside my door. As I try to escape in fright to the moonlit Innsmouth night, I can hear some more. They speak with guttural croaks, and to hear them provokes a profound desire to flee. Their eyes never blink, and quite frankly they stink like a carcass washed up from the sea. I wish I'd paid attention to that crazy drunken man. He tried to warn me all about old Marsh's Deep One clan. It's beginning to look a lot like fishmen everywhere I go. They can dynamite Devil Reef, but that'll bring no relief. Johannes Lay is deeper than they know. I'll continue to see a lot of fishmen, that I guarantee. For the fishman I really fear is the one who's in the mirror, and he looks like me. He looks just like me.